Hello, Andrew Twelfree here, and today we're going to give you a quick run through of the onboarding presentation. Now, some might think it's not a presentation, but it really is. It's the onboarding process, but you need to jump on a Zoom with them, right? What we're going to do is walk you through, and as we do, you'll get an understanding of, and I'll explain why you need to do it this way. So first things first, don't be the person that just sends a link and a video and says, let me know when you're done, right? Because you'll lose most of your good people in that process, because if they find something that they're not certain about, they'll stop, right? So you need to, and you know, with the back office being a little bit clunky, we need to walk these people through that. So that being said, you can probably get them to register and do the emails, but usually when you get to the buying and so forth, you'd have to do that. So, but personally, I walk people through. I get Jerry May to do so. So you jump on Zoom and you get them registered and get them to upload their documents in the back office and get verified. That's a very quick process. Then you go take them over to UG Pay and get them to buy the minimum $200. Now, why do we say minimum $200? All right. One, you need to spend $200 to rank up to agent. Okay. You need to have spent something to get a free wallet, and you need to support the company a little bit. I mean, yes, in theory you could get it a bit lower, but I think 200 is a good place to start. All right. Then you can register in Unitex and send the verification. Just make sure they scan the docs and upload them. And then you continue below, because they'll take a moment to get verified on Unitex. So while they're doing that, right, this is after looking at the how to fix the crew price. So basically we're getting people to spend $200 as a base minimum in UG Pay, and then spend the rest of their budget on Unitex to buy some cheaper tokens. They won't be cheaper forever, but they're cheaper now, so you can accumulate a lot of tokens. And by creating enough demand, we will drive the price back up to the world crew price where it needs to be, and then moving forward it won't be an issue. All right, so we need to create this demand in the meantime. All right, so we're naturally increasing the price through demand. Now, once they get verified, you can go back in the Unitex exchange. You can go back and spend the rest of the budget in crew, but for the moment, we can carry on. So we don't want to do too much technical stuff at the start. Get them in, get their $200, all right, and get them registered on Unitex, and then move forward. You can always come back and open wallets and do things like that after. Okay, so step one is you need to find their unstoppable why. Now, this can be a fairly quick process. Now, in the back of the duplication system that we've got, all right, in fact, we should really put this up here as well. Register with Diva system. Okay. You find out what their why is. Now, it's as simple as, you know, doing the Whoop process. Now, you wonder what that is. It's a training that I did with Fraser Brooks that's in the back of the Diva system. Okay, and I've conveniently put the video just down there so you can watch that one. But it's if I could grant you one wish, what would it be? Now you call them on the, you know, if they say, you know, I want to, you know, be 2 inches taller or something like that. It's got to be something that you can buy, all right, or time that you can buy back, or time with the family, or a holiday home, or something. Okay, what's their one wish? Right, then you've got to ask, what would be the outcome? Right, how would they feel if they could actually achieve it? Right, get emotionalize that wish, that dream. Okay, what are the obstacles currently holding you back from achieving it right now? That's where they'll tell you their job, their lack of hours, they're not paid enough, blah 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 blah, all their pains. So what have you just learned? Their dream and their pains. All right, and you ask them, what's the current plan to make it happen? Now, that's why they're joining the business. They haven't got one. Okay? And that's when they realise that, well, okay, we need to do this. So it's important to store that information, because you might need it later. Okay? in a good way. All right. So absolutely do work through that with your new person, because they won't feel too upset if you go for one wish. Right? It's a nice way of going it. Now the road to independence is step 2. Right? This is a very important step, because otherwise you could have people that rely on you for everything, and that's not what you really want. Now I would say with my new prospect, my goal for you, Bob, is to have you become independent from me. Do you believe that's a good goal, Bob? Right? You don't want to be dependent on me for the rest of your life, do you? You want to be able to build and expand your business to a massive scale and be able to create income on demand, but you don't need me there to do it. All right? Now you've got to wait for a positive response. And when they go, yeah, well, that's a good goal. So how long would you like it to take? 3, 6, 9, 12 months? How long? All right? And you get an answer. Now you get a lot of 3s, 6s and 9s. Okay? If they go 3, well, you say, great, that's aggressive, but let's make it happen. We'll start out with you in the nest, and by the end of the time period, you'll be flying on your own. Right? Are you ready for that to happen? Awesome. Okay? So, well, Bob, I will help you build your business. Hang on. I will help Bob, but you will build your business. Success or failure is in your hands. Fair enough? All right. So people need to understand that you're not going to put people under them and you're going to build their business for them while they sit there and do nothing. Okay? We're actually empowering people to go out and actually change their life situation. Okay? And it's going to be up to them. I mean, we can help, but they have to build. All right? Now, here's where you talk about how you're going to communicate with them. All right? The biggest thing that I'm going to use to help you get through this process is assignments. I'm going to give you an assignment where you're going to use a process called tell, show, try, do. Bob, I'm going to tell you how to invite. Then I'm going to show you how to do it, all right, and sponsor people. Then you're going to try it on your own with my help, and then eventually you'll be doing it on your own. You'll be independent from me, and then we'll pick the next skill. Is that a good plan? And you'll get a positive response. Working through the launch, follow-ups, duplication and training and so on. As you develop each skill, you are closer to independence. Fair enough? Right. Right, here's where, look, remember I told you I will help you build your business, but there's only one requirement I have to work with you personally, to help you become independent. Here's the requirement. You need to be willing, right? When I give you an assignment, you go off and do it, right? Now, sometimes life gets in the way. We understand, and we'll work through that. But, if something happens and you don't get an assignment done on the time, at least tell me what happened and we'll reset and go again, okay? But you've got to be willing to do it. Number 2, you've got to be coachable, right? This is a very simple system, but if you've got bad habits from other companies or whatever, or you think you know everything, it's going to be hard, because the assignments I give you, you'll push back on. Okay, so we need to be coachable. So you need to follow instructions. Always happy for constructive input, but we have a system that works. And the 3rd, you need to be hungry. Right? I don't know how hungry you are, but we're going to find out, because when we give you assignments, the speed and quality of the way you complete them will give us an indication of how hungry you are. Because if you're hungry enough, you'll face your fears and you'll get stuff done. If you're not, you won't. Right? It's going to be a process. So, like we said, to become independent in 3, 6 months, we need to really start going at this. Okay? So we can go through there. So that talks about how we set assignments. Obviously, if they're hungry, you can set a more aggressive one. If they're not so much, you can set an assignment. Now, you'll know if people complete them that they're ready for the higher one rather than the lower one. But if they keep missing, then lower the bar a bit until they do achieve an assignment, and then we go from there. So what do? All right, the next step is to explain and name the 4 things we do. 1, we sell products, co-ownership in the UGPay, using word of mouth advertising. 2, we recruit and build teams of other people doing the same thing, an ever expanding team. Now, number 3, we duplicate the process, and number 4, we improve the productivity of our teams based upon our leadership. Those are the 4 things we do. So it's not just recruit. We actually help people duplicate and lead. And when you learn these skills and start to do it, that's when your business will explode, right? Up until you start getting duplication and lead your team, it will seem like you're the only one doing anything, and it'll be like a job. Okay, so very important to understand that. Now we need to set expectations. All right. Now, generally, people think it's 1 week, 3 weeks, 5 weeks, 7 weeks to financial freedom. It's probably more like 1, 3, 5, 7 years. Now, after a longer period of time, you'll be world class. You could build any business to the top rank and earn hundreds of thousands of dollars a month, right? But it's a process of going there. Now, granted, it can be done quicker. Okay, within 1 year, I'd reach financial freedom. Right, it can be done faster, but it comes back to whether you're willing, coachable, and hungry. Okay. Now, with our duplication system, it is absolutely possible to go faster. But just to let you know that you're not going to join this and 30 days later be financially free. All right. You're going to have to work up to it. All right. Now, this is really important. Listen, Bob. Look, Bob. There's going to be ups and downs. This is an emotional business. There's going to be high days and there's going to be really low days. It's going to be excited. There'll be people joining your team. You'll have vision and passion and excitement, and there's going to be depression and rejection and dark emotions coming in when someone sends you some article that some person wrote, whatever. Okay. Now I know when you're going to have your down times, because what will happen is you'll start ghosting me. You'll miss an assignment or 2. You won't call me. I'll stop seeing you on the meetings, right? I'll just know. And if you're, you're not doing social media. Now, here's the question. How do you want me to handle that? Do you want me to leave you alone, never contact you again, or do you want me to remind you why you joined this in the first place? All right? And you want them to say, yes, please remind me, right? Because it happens to everybody. And this is so important because it'll be a way to drag your people back that have been sucked back in by life, all right? And look, you can always send a message similar to this. I asked you what to do if you ghost me, and you said, don't give up on me, don't leave me alone, remind me why I joined in the first place. So I'm here to remind you I've got your back. After a dark day, what I've learned from a good friend a long time ago is never quit on a down day, never quit on a down season. Don't let that define you, because it'll create unfinished business in your life forever. All right, very good message to send. Okay, so here's the bargain. You're going to be underpaid for a significant period of time, and you're going to be fairly paid for a short period of time, and then you're going to be completely overpaid for a long time. All right, that's what's on offer. So as long as you understand that going in, we can move forward. Right, the next step is to build unshakable belief. Stand back and take a global look at our industry and our company. Here's the bargain. All right, oh, I've got that again. Right, you're going to be underpaid, paid fairly, and then overpaid for a long time. All right. Now, if you look at our company, what we've got in place, we've got our own blockchain, exchange, payment gateway, SEC regulated partners, multi-billion-dollar portfolio, 10-year track record in business, strong leadership, bulletproof system for duplication. We've got a unique and lucrative business model where we've got SEC regulated product backed by real world assets. Everyone makes money and no one ever quits. All right? And you just entrench that in them and tell them that with excitement. Now, we'll get paid over and over and over and over and over, right? Every new project, right? At the moment, we're consolidating the World Crew project, but UGPay, right, the payment gateway system, is another project. when people buy credit cards and spend money and do stuff in there, we'll get a commission. All right. Ugain is about to launch as well. All right. The global app for businesses to accumulate new customers and for customers to get discounts on their product. A loyalty cashback program. Second to none. All right. Global Unit Pay, the credit cards. Oh, sorry. UG Pay is the World Crew sales, and you get commissions on that. Global Unit Pay, you'll get commissions on the credit cards and so forth. Digital guarantees. Now this is so exciting, guys. Right? It's a way to utilise the tokens that you accumulate to get a loan against them to buy things that you need and want. All right? This is why we're buying up the cheap ones, to get a whole bunch of tokens so that we can ultimately get a digital guarantee loan, all right, and have some lifestyle. All right, Basalt is going to be huge, right? You've got the Academy of Private Investor and so on. So when you build a network and every new project is launched, you'll get paid big time again in both commissions and bonus tokens. All right, we talk about the events. Now, obviously with what's going on in the COVID world, all the carry on around the world, our events this year will probably be online, and we've got one coming up in October, which will be our Eventi, and then GoPro in December. All right. These events are where leaders are born, where decisions are made. I'm going to do this until the cows come home, until it's done, and I'm going to become a leader. Right? That's all you need to know. And look, every person who's had any success in network marketing pretty much has had it evolve from going to an event, mine included. All right, I went to the event in Malaysia back in 2008, 2019, early 2019, and made the decision, and the rest is history. Now, this is where we get to the juicy bit, the launch. Okay, now we're still on the first Zoom call. We've got a brand new person, you've just got them signed up and paid. We've worked through, we've found of their whoop, what their wish is, what they want, what they don't want. We've worked through all of these other things very quickly. Okay? Now we're up to the launch. Now here's the go, guys. This is how you get the new person a win ASAP. If you can get them a win, or they can sponsor someone or earn a commission in the first 1 to 3 days, you increase their potential, or you increase their percentage of succeeding by 80%. Okay, so I've got a couple of quick questions I ask my guys. To reach your goals in the time frame you desire, you realise you're going to have to share this with some people, right? And they'll go, yes, I realise. So when you pull off a Band-Aid, do you peel it slowly, one hair at a time, and make it really painful? Or do you pick up the end and go rip and get it done really fast? All right, most people will say quick. All right, networking is the same way. It's less painful if you do it fast. Lucky we have a system to make it easier. When I shared the information with you, what involvement did I have with doing so? So, I've shared, obviously, the Diva system. Now, there are other videos on the Diva system to understand how it works. So they'll go, pretty much, not much, just sent the link. Exactly. I gave you the script, right? If I gave you the script, we could send a few text messages now while I'm here to help. And they'll probably go, okay. Right, here's where you might need to encourage them a little bit. So look, it's very easy. Look, even here's the script, and you just grab from friends and family that obviously you wouldn't send it to the complete cynics right now. You're walking into a brick wall there. But hey Sue, I'm just starting a new project. I could really use your help. It's very simple. Text me back so I can give you some details. Thanks, Andrew, or Bob is your new person, remember? And they go, oh, that's all right. Yeah, we'll flick a few of them out. So you get them to send 3, 4, 5, and you want to say 10. All right, if we could get 10 out, that'd be a great start. Cool? All right. Now, obviously, you want them to get more than 10 out, but you only say 10 because it's not a big number. and you're not going to get resistance over it. So once they're sending out their first few, you get out to 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What I expect will happen is some of the initial people will start getting back to you. And they go, oh, what do I do now? All right, well, here's the next one. I need 10 people to run through my automated system, register a free account, and maybe buy a few tokens and give me feedback on the process. These tokens are SEC regulated and will increase in value. All right? Can I count on you to be one of my 10? Let me know. All right? Now, if they're people's friends, all right, to go have a look at some system, register a free account, all right, and maybe buy a few tokens. You're going to get them too, but here's the thing. Most people will say, yeah, all right, and some will go, nah. All right, either way, you've filtered them out. Now, as you're going through, they've got 10 out. They're starting to get 2 or 3 of these through. They've sent that second message. And while you're waiting for them to come back and say, hey, well, let's do a couple more than 10. Let's just keep going. And as we come through, you'll get messages back from the first lot saying, yeah, let's send me the system. Okay? So, awesome. Here's the system. And you send your Diva link, all right, which is shortened. All right, they've actually shortened it for us now. Now, I'll ask you it will ask you a couple of questions, then share a couple of short videos before showing you how to register a free account. I'd love to get together with you. I would love to get together to get your feedback on the process. Message me when you're done. All right, fairly simple, isn't it? Now, are we making people pick up the phone and saying, I'm starting a new business? Okay. You're not, are you? That's very low resistance. And with the Diva system, because it's a really cool system, you'll get results. Now, if you can get them to keep going through 10, 20, 30 people, you're going to find enough people to get them to probably at least 2 wide, probably 5 or 6 wide, depending on how many people they contact. Now, does that get them, if everyone spends 200, which we are claiming is the minimum, does that get them the $350 cash bonus in the 5 wide promotion? Does it give them a base and a story that you got 5 people in the first day or 2 to tell to those 5 people so that they can do what you did? Okay. Now, the goal would be to get as many texts out as possible. 35 is the magic number. Why 35? That's 5 rendezvous a day, all right, 5 videos a day for a week. That should be enough to get you the base in that you need. Okay? Now, duplication. This is where you teach Bob, your new guy, how to do what you've done. Right? How do you do that? This is the thing. If you've got Bob on a call, he's sent out 10, 15, 20 messages, he's sent out Diva to 6 people, he's going to get people coming back that have looked at it. All right? That'll be where you bring them in, you get them signed up, answer any questions with a 3-way call. All right? Get them signed up, and then do exactly what you did with Bob for Mary, who's Bob's new person. Exactly. You work through this sheet. You actually tell Bob, look, here's the document. We're going to work through this like I did with you. I want you to watch what I do so that you can do this to your new people as well. All right. So I work through everything, all the steps, and we try and get them to send out text messages as well. All right. What did I just teach Bob to do when I was showing Mary? Duplicate. So what if Bob gets another one that signs up? We might have to help them sign up one more time and go through that process again. But after 1 or 2 times, generally people get it. And they've got the printout of this document. They can reference and they can work people through the thing. And we understand that you might be a bit, you might fumble on a couple of words. That's fine. People can understand that you're just having a go. All right? Don't stress about it. Now, here's what I'll say to Bob. I'll say, Bob, Mary's already sent some out. We will get someone signed up from them. Okay? What I'm going to do is work with Mary and help her start her new people while you do some extra people straight to you, direct to you. Is that okay? I'm here if you get stuck, but let's try and do this process on your own now that you've seen it work. Okay, now if he does it on his own and gets it, or fumbles his way through and gets someone signed up, guess what? The next time he'll be better at it and he's away. He's then duplicating on his own. He's teaching his new people to do the same. Have you just duplicated yourself? Absolutely. Now with Mary, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to help her find 3, 4, 5 people. Then I'm going to pick 1 or 2 of them and I'm going to help them get 3, 4, 5 people. Then I'm going to pick 1 of them and go down and down and down and down and down and down. I'm going to keep driving depth until I can't go any further. If I can go down 20 levels of depth in a leg, do you think that Bob is going to be a bit excited about what's going on and try and get some width to match up with that leg? You better bet you he will, all right? And here's the thing, if you increase your rank until Bob or any of the others rank up, you're getting the full rank percentage, okay, all the way down to infinity. So if I get down to level 23, 24, 25 as a president, I'll earn 10% on anything sold, all right? And when I stop getting the 10% is when the business is fattening out, where you get all the other commissions. So if you can learn to do this in 3, 4, 5, 6 legs, preferably 5, because when you get 5 legs and you're really blowing it out, the 5x5 promotion kicks in. Now that's $350 for 5 wide, $800 for consultants, all right, with 5 wide. I think it's $1,700 for manager. I think it's $4,000 for leader manager, and then it gets up into the big numbers. I think it goes up to $8,000 or $9,000 for the next one. 15, 20, and you get up to 30,000 and more with the higher ranks. Now guys, can you hit the higher ranks quickly? With this system, it is entirely possible, but you need to get excited, go out and bring in your class of 2021, all right? If you, and Eric Worre always talks about doing the 20 and 30. If you can bring in 20 people really fast by compacting your efforts, okay, out of that you'll pop 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people that actually do something, and then you'll get half of them will actually go and really build a big team. Now in 5 years' time, 2 or 3 of them will just be massive teams, all right? And how exciting is it when, I've experienced this, when you have someone join your team that just comes in and goes, bam, 300 people initially, and it just grows from there into a team of thousands. All right, it will happen if you're doing this. So, guys, that's the onboarding process. I did go on a little bit at the end about duplication, but I want to understand that step 9 is what you are after. Do everything you can to get duplication, because once you've got it, it's amazing. Okay, very exciting. So guys, enjoy that process. If you feel that we can improve it any, let me know. But for now, I think this is a totally amazing system with the Diva system, and we're going to get some explosive growth. And if you watch the how to fix the crew price video I did before, all right, this will all be in the pin post of the Agent Buster group, by the way. We will start to, get more turnover in UG pay, some commissions and that, but we're also going to drive up the price of crew. Now, for those of you who have got a few crew, or the ones that are buying crew on the cheap, every cent that the crew goes up will increase your portfolio value by a lot of money. Okay, so guys, on that, I'm going to call the meeting for now. Be awesome, go out and find some duplications. Let's rock this.